everyone! So today I'm going to show you how to make yogurt at home. I'm a huge fan of yogurt and my relationship with it has been evolving throughout the years. At the beginning I started eating the store-bought fruity yogurt with loads of sugar, then I moved on to the plain and sweetened yogurt, and then I moved on to the Greek yogurt. I taught myself how to love it. I guess just like I taught myself how to love butter. I think that this low-fat mantra has been ingrained in my mind for so long that it was pretty difficult to get rid of it. But I'm glad I did. So in this video I will show you how to make delicious plain or fruity yogurt as well as Greek yogurt. You can use whatever everybody has in their own kitchen. So I will teach you how to do it using the oven. I guess all houses have an oven in them, right? So let's get started. First of all, we'll need 4 cups of milk. Then we'll need 2 tablespoons of yogurt or a packet of live yogurt culture. And then we'll need a whisk, or if you don't have a whisk, a fork will do as well. And then we also need a big 1-liter jar like this, or you can also use smaller jars as long as they sum up to 1 liter. And that's 1 quart if you're in the US. We'll also need a pot of at least 1 liter or 1 quart to warm up the milk. And then we also need some kind of old t-shirt or cheesecloth or some plain kitchen towels as long as they're not made of terry cloth. We'll use that to strain the yogurt. And then another optional ingredient is fresh cream, which you could use to make your yogurt thicker, but if you don't have it, it's perfectly fine. If you're using the packet of live yogurt culture, remember to keep 2 tablespoons of milk aside because you'll need that to mix up with the yogurt cultures later on. So it's best to use raw milk. If you have goat milk or cow milk, it will be perfect. But you can also use pasteurized milk from the store, it will work just as well. Now, if you use raw milk, it's going to be slightly thinner than if you use pasteurized milk. And also goat milk is going to be thinner than cow milk. So we'll start by adding the milk to a pot, and we're going to heat it gently. And we need to warm it up to 108 degrees Fahrenheit or 42 degrees Celsius. When you put your finger inside the milk, it should be slightly warmer than your body temperature. Kind of like the bath that you would take, but slightly more than that. And in that case, it will still be raw. But if you prefer to pasteurize your milk, then go ahead and bring it almost to a boil. When you see bubbles forming around the sides of the pot, then you know that it's ready. So my milk has warmed up now, and if you were pasteurizing it before, you'll need to cool it down, and you'll know that it's the right temperature when you can put your palms on the side of the pot and you can hold it there for for around 10 seconds, and it should be cool enough. Make sure you don't leave it at more than 42 to 46 degrees Celsius or 108 to 112 degrees Fahrenheit, because otherwise the yogurt bacteria will die. So step number 2, we need to add some yogurt bacteria inside. So I'm going to grab 2 tablespoons of my starter yogurt and just drop it into the yogurt. Now I'll grab the whisk and just whisk everything. Now if you're using a packet of live yogurt culture, you'll need to take those 2 tablespoons of milk that you preserved earlier and mix it with your yogurt culture. Mix it together and then add it to the rest of the milk and whisk it. Step number 3, we need to transfer all that now cultured milk into the jar that we're going to use. I managed. And then close the lid. Step number 4, you'll need to keep this milk at a steady temperature around 180 degrees Fahrenheit, which is around 42 degrees Celsius. And there are 2 ways that you can do it. Actually, there are more ways than that, but focus on 2. So first of all, if you have this brilliant invention, the yogurt maker, you can just put all your milk into these different jars and close the lid, switch it on, and just forget about it for 10 or 12 hours. That's it really, super easy. But if you don't have a yogurt maker, then you can use your oven. So that's what I'm going to show you now. So first of all, we'll switch on the light in the oven, and we need to put the temperature at 150, where is it? Around 150 degrees Celsius or 300 degrees Fahrenheit, and leave it there for around 2 to 4 minutes to warm up. So while the oven is warming up, I'll just share some more things with you. First of all, you'll have to keep it in for around 4 to 12 hours. The longer you keep it in, the more sour it's going to be. And if you forget it in and leave it there for longer than 12 hours, don't worry, don't stress about it, you can still eat it. It will just be a little bit more sour, but you can still eat it. So the timer is saying that the oven is warm enough. So now we're going to switch it off, but we'll leave the oven light on, and that's what's going to help to preserve the temperature. So that's totally optional, but you can also wrap your jar in some layers of towels, and that will help keep it warmer as well. And now we'll just put it in. That's it, bye bye yogurt. We'll keep it there for at least 4 hours. After 4 hours you can go and test it. So you can take it and tilt it. If it's ready, it's going to move in one mass. In that case, just open it up and taste it. If it's sour enough for you, then it's ready. And if it's not sour enough, then you'll have to keep it in for longer. Okay, so now the yogurt has been inside for around 8 hours and I think it's ready. So let's switch off the light and let's have a look. Oh yeah. Ta-da! Nice and thick. So now we'll try to turn it into Greek yogurt. For that we're going to need just a bowl, and actually I found a muslin cloth, so I'm going to use that instead of the kitchen towel that I showed earlier on. And we'll also need 4 eggs. So what we're going to do is we're going to suspend the muslin cloth on top of the bowl, and let's hope that the eggs will hold in place. This is our DIY strainer, and make sure you leave a bit of space at the bottom. So now we'll just put all the yogurt into the strainer. Let's see, it's beautiful, nice texture. It's ready now, and let's go and put it in the fridge. And that's it, in around 2 to 6 hours it will be ready. So I think I'm just going to leave it there for the night, and tomorrow morning we'll enjoy some fresh yogurt. Good morning, now it's the next day and the yogurt should be ready. Let's have a look. Here it is. Looks super creamy. Now I'll remove the pegs. This yellow liquid is actually whey and is super healthy, so don't discard it. You can use it for baking and cooking instead of milk or water or buttermilk. You can also just drink it. And one last tip for yogurt making. You don't have to have a packet of yogurt culture or store-bought yogurt every single time. Once you make your first homemade yogurt, you can reuse the same yogurt as a starter for around 10 other yogurts. And once it starts getting thinner, then you'll know that it's time to get a fresh one. So that's it guys, super easy, isn't it? It's so delicious, money saving and good for your health. So I think I'm going to go and have some now. It's amazing. So I hope that you'll give it a try. If you do, let me know. And if you know of any other ways to make yogurt using things that everybody has at home, then let me know. If you like this video, I hope you'll give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to this channel if you want to see more videos like this, and I'll see you next time. Bye!